Did Kentucky think they was gonna come into Athens and beat the dogs between the hedges? Let me show you my celebration dinner. Welcome to the feast. Georgia's defense is too tough to score on. Teams are not scoring more than 10, 20 points on this defense. Now, Kirby Smart needs to get this conservative play calling out of his system and start learning how to stay on the gas and score points. You have the team that can score at will, but for some odd reason he loves the conservativeness. Congrats to LSU for taking down the mullet man. Florida, you lost to LSU. I give LSU their props. They outplayed y'all. That coach, Orgeron, outcoached you, Mullen. I thought Florida would come in and win that game. Boy, was I wrong. LSU took care of business at home in Death Valley. Way to go, Tigers. Does that put Florida out of the top 25? Yes, it does. And you know who you have next. In Jacksonville, Florida. My town. Coming to Duval to take on #1 ranked defense. Now, back to Georgia and Kentucky. What was Carter thinking? And Devontae White, why are you running on the field when the field goal got blocked? These coaches are going to have to teach these players to stay on the sideline until the game is over. Georgia's offense didn't look that shabby and look up to par the first half. Now, I don't know what Kirby Smart and the coaching staff said to these players, but the second half, they came out on fire. And I'm going to tell you, that Brock Bowers is unstoppable. And on that pass play that he ran in for a touchdown, and the guy, the offensive lineman, got called for holding. Dude, you didn't even need to hold him. Just run in the defender's way. That would have been a touchdown. But regardless, he made up for it. What, Stetson Bennett had 100-something yards passing with 3 touchdowns. James Cook had a touchdown. Zamir White had a touchdown. Brock Bowers had what, 2, 3 touchdowns? When is Georgia gonna get their starters back? We're playing with walk-ons. We're playing with first-year freshmen that hadn't even seen the field, ever played in a big game like this. I guess this is Georgia's team. These are the players that's going to play all season. Because it looks like Jermaine Burton ain't coming back. He's out the rest of the year, I guess. George Pickens. Kearis Jackson's been playing hurt. And I'm going to tell you, he muffed 2 punts and about fumbled. Why are you going to leave him back there to continuously receive punts? Why don't you put Ladd McConkey back there? You're lucky Jackson didn't fumble the ball and Kentucky recover it. Now Stoops tried to bring his A game. I give you credit, Kentucky. Y'all tried. We shut down their running game. Rodriguez didn't do nothing. You had a couple receivers that made some nice plays, but not enough to win the game. Arkansas defeats, or Auburn, excuse me, Auburn defeats Arkansas. Once again, the mullet man goes down to the Tigers. It's been a pretty good weekend. The best weekend's yet to come, though. So y'all stay tuned for that one. When we'll have Georgia, Florida, the cocktail party. Our running game, okay, granted, they started doing better second half. They started running the ball. The offensive line actually started opening up holes. But Matt Luke and this offensive line, they got to do better. You got to open holes. Now, one time, Zamir White had a wide open field. And what does he do? He keeps running wide instead of cutting it up and running upfield. He's a good running back. I get it. But it's like he don't see the holes. It's like he tries too hard. There was many times that there was a hole there and he wouldn't even run through it. It's like he would run into the tacklers. Hit that thumbs up, notification, and that bell, and that subscribe button down there floating around. I sure appreciate it. It's like, to me, James Cook is the only one that can find holes to run through. And I'll tell you, that play he made when Bennett hit him over the middle and he ran it in for a touchdown? Why isn't Kirby Smart and Todd Monken using him more that way? Put him in the slot. Let him line up against a linebacker. You seen what he did. Keep doing it. But for some reason, our coaches, whatever's working, it's like they go away from it. They stop doing it. Keep doing what's working. Don't stop. $30-7. It should have been more. Or, excuse me, 30-13. But Georgia should have had more than 30. Georgia is going to have to answer a lot of questions before the Florida game. These coaches need to go to the drawing board. Now, Florida ain't gonna be no pushover. So, Kirby Smart, I hope you and your little other coaches get in the game room for the next week or so and figure out a better game plan. Now the defense, there's no question that defense is there. You can't say nothing about that defense. That defense is amazing. And by the way, it's been a week, buddy, and Georgia's still #1. Now we got Alabama and Mississippi State. Will Alabama struggle? Or can they actually win this time? You are playing Mississippi State now. You should be able to win this game. Or are y'all gonna let them do what Texas A&M did to y'all? I appreciate y'all watching my video. Y'all stay tuned. I'll be doing a halftime video during the Alabama and Mississippi State game. Y'all have a great Saturday night. God bless and go Dogs.